Going on YouTube? Sid's autograph site here. Alright guys, so this is it, man. This is my book haul from the Oklahoma City book fair that they had over the weekend. Live almost 2 hours from there, so it was a nice drive for me down there. First time I've been to Oklahoma City. It was pretty cool. Didn't make a wrong turn on the way back, but that's neither here nor there. So it's their annual book sale. They have it at the end of February every year. And it's one of the, if not the largest library book sale in the nation. It was huge. If any of you guys go to comic book conventions or horror conventions, you know the long lines and whatnot. Well, this book sale had a huge line. I had to wait in probably about 30 minutes. It was another 30-minute line just to check out. So the whole box, $21. Hardbacks, $1 a piece. Soft covers, 50 cents. So $21 for this whole box. Awesome, awesome deal. And I got to tell you guys, if anybody can knock me off my throne, please try and do so. Let's get a friendly competition going. But I definitely think I am the book baron. I am the baron of book buys, the undisputed book baron. That is me. Okay. Not all these are signed, but I think I counted yesterday, and 17 of them are signed. So a good mix of stuff here. So anyway, the baron's going to get right into it. So we'll go ahead and we'll look at the non-signed stuff first real quick. Hardcover book for children here. It's the funny papers, behind the scenes of the comics. It's kind of a neat book. Just gives you a history of the comic book and the newspaper comic strip, how it's put together, how it's published, the famous artists, can't talk today, a lot of the famous artists and writers. But fun book to look at. Pick that up. This book here, it's Dead Meat by Sue Coe. I think it's a book basically talking about the dark and nasty side of the slaughterhouse. It says here, armed with her sketchbook, Sue Coe traveled the United States, following the path from factory farm to feedlot to the killing floor of the slaughterhouse. Her first-hand observations are rendered in her diaries and artwork, stunning, unforgettable images. Dead Meat graphically documents the castrations, debeakings, electrocutions, and decapitations, the skewing, flaying, and dismembering, the pathos and tragedy. Coe made eye contact with a frightened veal calf awaiting execution and talked to the people who commit the sanctioned killing that supplies our meat-eating culture. So yeah, interesting book there. This was an actual book in the library. So all about the killing of cattle for our consumption. So I picked it up because I love her artwork. I've never heard of her before, but the art in this book is spectacular. So that's the main reason I picked it up. I'm not a vegetarian by any means. No offense to any of you that are. But her art is amazing. I thought it would be really neat book to look at, and for 50 cents because it's a soft cover, can't go wrong. Alright, moving on. Awesome book here, Excelsior, The Amazing Life of Stan Lee by Stan Lee. Soft cover book, yep, 50 cents. Unfortunately it was not signed. It would have been the find of the year, I think, if it had been. So, really neat. Big fan of Stan Lee and his work in comic books. So, that'll be fun to look at. Next, I think the rest are signed. No. The last, no, there's two more. Pick this book up here. This is Ernie, the autobiography by Ernest Borgnine. I do have a 3x5 card signed of him. His autograph normally sells for quite a bit of money. Famous actor, Huge fan of his. Liked pretty much every movie that he's been in. Back here is a picture of him and his wife, Tova, which you may have remembered that I picked up a signed book by her not too long ago. So now I have husband and wife signed books. So very cool. I might paste the signed 3x5 in here. I haven't decided yet. Let me know what you guys think, if I should or not. Leave a comment below. I'm also thinking about doing a matte project for one of my top 5 favorite films of all time, Escape from New York. So I've got like 5 people that were involved in that movie, so I don't know if I want to do a matte project or if I want to go ahead and paste his signed 3x5 card in here. So let me know what you think, guys. And last unsigned book, had to pick this up when I saw it. Jenna Jameson, Uncut, Uncensored, How to Make Love Like a Porn Star, A Cautionary Tale. Thick hardcover, illustrated with lots and lots of photos, some of which I'm not going to show you guys. But beautiful woman, my favorite porn star ever. Did have the pleasure of meeting her back in 1996. I gotta tell you, I was really hoping this was going to be signed when I picked it up. I was like, holy shit, this is going to be signed, and it was not. But met her at a adult, yeah, I can show that one. Met her at an adult film and novelty store in Orlando, Florida when I lived there back in '96, just when she was starting out. And met her and got her to sign some things. Unfortunately, this is all I have left. I don't know what happened to the 8x10s I had, which sucks. But yep, that's me right in the middle of Jenna Jameson and Julie Ashton. That's me at 268 pounds. Lost 100 pounds, got myself, might have been more than 100 pounds, because I got myself down to 140 at one point. So if I can do it, anybody can. I'm slowly putting the weight back on, because I haven't been working out, because there's not a gym nearby, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into that. But that's me, Jenna and Julie Ashton. They both signed it here. So I'm glad I still finally have this. I don't have the 8x10s I have of her and her anymore. I lost them. But anyway, cool pickup. Favorite porn star ever. Alright, so now we're going to get into the signed books, guys. All the rest of these are signed. So first up, we're going to go with this one. This is Resurrection, The Confirmation of Clarence Thomas by John Jack Danforth. And it is signed and inscribed right here. To Sonny, Harry, and Betty, best wishes. And he signed it Jack Danforth. And up here, looking at the Wikipedia, he's a former United States ambassador to the United Nations. Excuse me. He's a former Republican United States Senator for Missouri. He's also an ordained Episcopal priest. So, man had a very nice career. Been in politics for a very long time. He even was present at and was the priest at Ronald Reagan's funeral. So he was even involved with the special counsel concerning Waco. So pretty cool pickup there. Next up, we're going to go with this one. This is The Healing of a Vietnam Vet, Fortunate Son. It's a winner of the 1992 Pulitzer Prize for Biography. It's by Lewis B. Puller, Jr. That's him right there. And it is signed and inscribed right here. Fortunate Son, 6/6/1992. To David, best wishes, Lewis B. Puller. Alright, now this guy is an interesting story. I'll pull it up here real quick. He died in 1994, 2 years after he received the Pulitzer Prize for his book. He was an attorney and officer in the United States Marine Corps. He was severely wounded in the Vietnam War. Okay, so we come down here. On May 11th, 1994, Puller died due to a self-inflicted gunshot. He and his wife had separated shortly before his death. He was buried with full military honors at Arlington National Cemetery. So, they don't really go into what she thinks the reason was for, but other than him and his wife had broke up. He's survived by his wife and children. So it's a really, really sad story. Fought in the Vietnam War, came back, wrote a Pulitzer Prize winning book about how fortunate he was, and then he ends up shooting himself. So, sad story there. In his short active duty military career, Puller earned the Silver Star, 2 Purple Hearts, the Navy Commendation Medal, and the Vietnam Cross of Gallantry. So, amazing military veteran. Louis B. Puller. Again, signed and inscribed right there. So, nice pickup there. Next, we're going to go with this one. And yes, it is a soft cover, only 50 cents. This is Judy Collins, Sanity and Grace, A Journey of Suicide, Survival, and Strength. And it is signed right there. Lots of love, Judy Collins. We'll pull her up right quick here. Alright. Judy Collins is an American singer and songwriter known for her eclectic taste in the material she records, which has included folk, show tunes, pop, rock and roll, and standards, and for her social activism. She is an alumna of the University of Colorado. She's had numerous albums released. She won a Grammy Award for Best Folk Performance or Folk Recording in 1968. She was nominated with Jill Goodmillow for an Academy Award for the documentary Antonia, A Portrait of the Woman from 1975. She's had many hit singles. She's been in some films. She's written numerous books. So definitely a very famous singer-songwriter and actress, as well as author, Judy Collins. So happy to pick that up for a whopping 50 cents. Next, In an Instant, Lee and Bob Woodruff, ABC News anchor, A Family's Journey of Love and Healing. Hardcover book. Signed a nice book plate. Reflections of Hope Award Memorial Foundation book plate, April 19th, 2008. They both signed it, Lee and Bob Woodruff. Bring him up here on the Wikipedia. Bob Woodruff is an American television journalist. His career in journalism dates back to 1989, and he is widely known for succeeding Peter Jennings as co-anchor of ABC News' weekday news broadcast, World News Tonight, in January 2006. Later the same month, he was critically wounded by a roadside bomb in Iraq. So, interesting story. He's also got a foundation, the Bob Woodruff Foundation. He won a Peabody Award. So, very famous guy there, Bob Woodruff. Nice signed book plate. So, I'm happy to get that. Next up, this is Piano Man, the story of Ralph Sutton. Nice hardcover book here. Signed and inscribed to Ike and Debbie, in memory of a good party, Ralph Sutton. Alright, Ralph Sutton was an American jazz pianist. He died in 2001. He was born in Hamburg, Missouri. He died in 2001 and was inducted into the Big Band and Jazz Hall of Fame the following year. Famous jazz pianist. Love saying that word, pianist. Awesome to find this book here. Alright. Next, I think most everybody has this one. Time Present, Time Past, a memoir of Bill Bradley. Signed book plate right there. NBA Hall of Famer, former U.S. Senator and NBA Hall of Famer. Played for the New York Knicks. And he won an Olympic gold medal. Don't need to go on Wikipedia for Mr. Bill Bradley, but nice thick hardcover book there. Next, softcover book. So, yep, 50 cents. Country music legend Charley Pride. This is the Charley Pride story. And signed and dated in black marker there. There's the bleed through on the back. 10/10 of 1996. Charley Pride, country music legend, whopping 50 cents. Next, Touch the Top of the World. This is a blind man's journey to climb farther than the eye can see. This is an amazing, amazing man right here. Signed it on the first page. And if you ask me, it's pretty darn good for a blind man. It says, ready, Eric W. Eric Weinmeier is the first blind person to reach the summit of Mount Everest on May 25th, 2001. He also completed the 7 summits in September 2002. His story was covered in Time article in 2001 titled Blind to Failure. Let's see. And in 2011 he competed on ABC's Expedition Impossible. He also lectures a lot. Carried the Olympic torch in 1996. So awesome, amazing, amazing story of this man, Eric Weinmeier. Signed book. Very cool pickup. Next, this book's really cool. This is Methland, The Death and Life of an American Small Town by Nick Redding. Let's see, pull him up right quick like. Okay, here we go. Nick Redding is an American journalist. His work has appeared in Harper's Bazaar, Food and Wine, Outside Magazine, Fast Company, and Details Magazine. He won the 2010 Hillman Prize and the 2009 Chicago Tribune Heartland Prize. He's written 2 books, of which this is one. Signed right there, Nick Redding, dated September 2009. And if you look up here, it says property of Governor Brad Henry, former Kansas governor. So this book was actually in Brad Henry's library. So that's another reason why I picked it up. So, pretty cool. Signed by the author and property of a former governor. that. And we're going to go with this one here, hardcover book. This is Locker Room to Boardroom. Super Bowl player Eddie Hinton's strategies for tackling life's choices, challenges, and changes. He played in the NFL for 6 years, mostly for the Indianapolis Colts. Oklahoma native. Sign right there. Best of luck, Eddie Hinton. So, pretty cool book. Next, we got Finding Fish, a memoir by Antoine Quentin Fisher. Quick. Antoine Fisher is an American director, screenwriter, author, and film producer. His 2001 autobiographical book, Finding Fish, is a New York Times bestseller. The 2002 motion picture, Antoine Fisher, was written by Fisher and directed by Denzel Washington. He spent 11 years in the U.S. Navy. After the Navy, he joined the Federal Bureau of Prisons as a federal corrections officer. After 3 years doing that, he began work as a security guard for Sony Pictures. And he penned his screenplay while doing that. So take a look at the book here. It's signed right there and inscribed to Al, Antoine Quentin Fisher. Very, very cool. Happy to add that to the collection there. Okay, next, Landing It, My Life on and Off the Ice. Scott Hamilton. Signed in black Sharpie right there, and there's a bleed through on the back. Very nice, bold signature. Scott Hamilton, as you guys know, is a champion ice skater, figure skater, Olympic gold medalist. He won 4 consecutive U.S. championships from 1981 to 1984, 4 consecutive world championships, 1981 to 1984, and a gold medal in the '84 Olympics. So, one of the best figure skaters ever, Scott Hamilton. Awesome signed book, in immaculate condition. Happy to add that to the collection. Interesting book here. As soon as I saw the title, I had to pick it up, as I'm a huge zombie fan, but doesn't really have anything to do so much with zombies. But this is Zombification by Andrei Codrescu. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. Stories from NPR. Romanian-born American poet, novelist, essayist, screenwriter, and commentator for National Public Radio. He was actually born in Transylvania, Romania. So, really cool piece of info there. Those are his books. Written a ton of books. Edited a bunch of books. So very, very famous guy in the writing world. He was on ABC News' Nightline for his coverage of Romania Revolution of 1989. He became a citizen of the United States in 1981. So, definitely had a storied career. We'll take a look at the signature. Nice signed book plate. He made an appearance for the Oklahoma Foundation for the Humanities. Signed it right there in blue pen. So very cool to add that to the collection. Next up, Surviving Myself by actress Jennifer O'Neill. Jennifer O'Neill has been in a bunch of movies that I like. most notably Scanners with Michael Ironside, one of the greatest horror films ever. She was also in A Force of One, I believe, with Chuck Norris. Pulling her up here right now. Yep, A Force of One. So she starred in that and Scanners. So been on television shows, written numerous books, of which this is her first. She was born in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. She's also known for her role in the '71 film Summer of '42, and as a face of CoverGirl Cosmetics starting in the 1970s. A very famous actress. This book's inscribed and signed here to Catherine, God bless, Jennifer O'Neill. And that's my second book actually signed by her. This was my first one that I found. This one I found in Kansas, this one Oklahoma. So I'm not sure which one of these I'm going to keep because this one's not inscribed to anybody. But if anybody is interested in trading or buying one of these books, please leave a comment below or PM me. I'd be definitely willing to trade or sell one. So nice pickup there. 3 more books, guys. This is In Quest of Gold, the Jim Ryan story. Pull him up. Is an American former track athlete and politician who was a Republican member of the United States House of Representatives from 1996 to 2007, representing the 2nd District in Kansas. Ryan had an athletic career that saw him become a world-class runner and the last American to hold the world record in the mile run. His career was highlighted by many world records, although in his 3 tries he never won an Olympic gold medal. So this is his story here. Signed and inscribed, Go with God, Adam. Jim Ryan, Bible verse, John 3:38. So neat pickup there. Tim running. So neat pickup. 2 more. We have Anita Bryant, A New Day. A triumphant story of forgiveness, healing, and recovery. Dust jacket's a little bit damaged, but boldly signed. To Alice and Bud. Love, Anita Bryant. Looks like a Bible inscription there. But that is awesome. Love that big bold signature. There's the bleed through on the back. Oklahoma native, Anita Bryant. Actress and singer, I do believe. American singer, former Miss Oklahoma beauty pageant winner, and gay rights opponent. She scored 4 top 40 hits in the United States in the late 1950s and 60s, including Paper Roses, which reached number 5. Born in Barnesdale, Oklahoma. A long and storied career here. Been in many television shows. So a very famous woman, Anita Bryant. Like I said, love that bold inscription there. And last one, guys, another 30-minute video. Naomi Judd, Love Can Build a Bridge. Country music legend, part of the famous Judd family. Signed in a red Sharpie right there. Love, Naomi, 1994. Bleed through on the back. Don't need Wikipedia for her. So, awesome box of books. $21 for all that stuff. You can't beat it. The book baron has struck again. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you made it all the way through. And talk to you guys later. See you.